Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Vitam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakanvitamscha Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Jakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Kripaika Vitta Ya Maryata Rakshati Vaishnavanam Kripavalam Madhava Prestakami Shri Bhakti Dham Bharatimashayami Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Namine Shri Varshavanavadevi Daitaya Kripavadye Krishna Sambandha Vijnana Daine Prabhave Namaha Madhurya Chvala Premadya Shri Rupanuga Bhaktida Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namostute Namaste Gauravani Shri Murtaye Dinatarine Rupanuga Virudappa Siddhanta Dvantaharine Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Pevacha Paditanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasari Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Jai Gaur, Dandavat Pranam to all the devotees. Thank you for being here with us, and yes, I am also very glad to meet you always on this day, and I hope that all are well sheltered under the umbrella like lotus feet now of Guru and Vaishnava, because really they are our only shelter now in this dangerous world. Babaji Maharaj in the last Harikatha, he quoted one very beautiful verse from Srimad Bhagavatam, which says, Samashitaye padapallava plavam mahatpatam punya yasho murare bhavam buddhir vatsapadam param param padam padam yatvipadam nadesham Samashitaye padapallava plavam mahatpadam punya yasho murare bhavam buddhir vatsapadam param padam 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 yatvipadam nadesham. It's from Srimad Bhagavatam. It says that actually there those who take shelter, who is famous or to be known, the destroyer or the killer of the demon Murari. So those who take shelter at him, at his lotus feet, the killer of Murari, which is Krishna, is indicating to Krishna, they can cross this ocean of material existence very, very easily. And the example is given like, ocean is very vast. If we stand on the shore of the ocean, can see only water. But here it is explained, Pavam Pudir, Vatsa Badam. So Vatsa means like a calf, and Padam like the hoof print. If the hoof print of a calf is filled with water, then this becomes the material world, the material obstacles, the material ocean becomes like this for the devotees who take shelter at the Lord. So it's very simple to cross this material world, which would be otherwise impossible for us alone. But by taking shelter at Sri Krishna Bhagavan, at the devotees of the Lord, then even this very vast ocean, it becomes just like a small obstacle which we can easily cross over, like that of the imprint of calf's leg, no, the hoof in the mud. So if it's filled with water, very easily you can step over. So that is the glory of Bhagavan, that which is something which is very difficult, it becomes very easy for us. And here it's also said, Padam Yatvi Padam Natesham, that at every step, usually in this material world, there's danger. So, and we know very well, no, that's the problems in this world, they are not stopping like waves on the ocean, no. If we want to solve one problem, then hundreds of thousands of other problems come sooner or later again, so it's endless. Babaji might say it also, if you put all the problems together on one place, then it becomes this material world. So then we know where we are in. No? Krishna says also, Dukkha Alayam, this is the place of suffering. Laya, the place, that is Bhojan Lai, where it's a place for eating. Then there is Vidyalai. Vidyalai is a place of knowledge, like a library or an ashram or gurukul. So, but Krishna says this material world is Dukkha Lai, a place of suffering. So, and there is at any step danger waiting for us. So we need to take shelter very much at the lotus feet of Guru and Vaishnava. And Baba Maharaj also, he told now a few times, he said that, really he said, now you have to do bhajan, while I am here in this world. No? Otherwise, you cannot do. And this is really something which we have to think of, because it's a warning to all of us, no? That surely Guru and Vaishnava, they are always present, no? Even they are aprakrita, they are always present. But do we have really developed a sambandha with them before? No? So most of the time when Guru or a great Vaishnava leaves, then we have seen many times that everything starts to crumble, no? All the society, this, that, so many problems. So it's really a warning for us that now it's the chance to be there at such great Vaishnavas like Srila Babaji Maharaj, to take shelter and develop this sambandha. So, because that is the main thing, no? To establish a deep sambandha, then for those who are deeply established in this sambandha, then for them is no problem. Because, yes, now Gurudev will test, no, how we can live, how we can do seva, also if he just disappears, no. So, but important is to develop now this sambandha, because the time will come, no, where we will be tested by Bhagavan himself. So, and Gurudev also will test us. So the main thing is to get this chitpal before, no? So that's why the best thing is to always be to be next to the sadhu, next to the pure devotee, to the pure Vaishnava. The jivas, naturally, they have always some, it's very natural for the jivas to be lazy, actually. No? If you look here around, also in India, if I go around on the street, so many, they're playing the whole day cards, sitting on the floor, and this is their life. No? They're just sitting around doing next to nothing. So laziness is ingrained in us somehow. Expect a few, they are those persons who are materially motivated, they also can get some motivation to do something practical, but they always want to see they are judging with profit and loss. So that's there. But most of the people, they bring some natural laziness with them. So that's why all of us, what we need at most is like one firing example. I call it like now, I found a word like seva vibration, to be near that seva vibration, like which is of the highest type. So Babaji Maharaj, he lives and he shows also, the pure seva path. So that is a realized soul who really lives himself, because by watching the life of Babaji Maharaj, it's impossible. It cannot be of a human nature, but he is doing it with such a joy. All this tremendous seva, day and night, 24 hours to 7. It's for an ordinary person, never they can do like that. So that he lives himself, and in that way he shows also practical, So you don't need even to say something, just by watching such personalities, then automatically all our the pathways, the samskaras which we have created, that even if we see them really and we experience them, we are next to them, then all our whole like neurological system, it will, from the root, it will be changed, because all these neural pathways and these samskaras which we have developed over time, all this enjoying mood, it will change. It's a must, it will change. So these are actually lines which were ingrained for so long, and now only because of that association, of that, let's say, seva vibration, in which we go in which we put ourselves near to, then those lines which are so deep ingrained, so deep, they will start to change from the deepest root to, so of course, that is the old dirty and lazy samskaras, they will somehow rebel, but by bullying oneself in really again and again in the actual physical presence of a pure sadhu, of Guru and Vaishnava, then all those impurities, they get gradually burned to ashes or washed out. So the sadhu is like a sun, and it's not easy to stay under the sun the whole day here in India. If you think, it's very hot, so it's difficult to be all the time under the sun. So one needs really to be prepared and have the courage, because the sadhu, he is like a sun and he is shining on us. But for this we have to also be ready, and we need some good amount of courage to do that, because all our impurities now they will get light. All what we have hidden for so long time, which is deeply ingrained in us, somehow here and there, with this light, it's someone has closed his cellar, you say the down room in the flat where you put all the old things, and suddenly there comes a big, a very shining light. So then all this mess becomes visible. And this is our position, in front of a real Guru and Vaishnava. We will discover all those things. So sadhus, they change all these deep lines of this dirty enjoying mood, which is deeply ingrained in our subconsciousness and consciousness. So that mountain of subconsciousness is so polluted, completely black. So that's why always we fall back in our old habits. Somehow we meet Guru and Vaishnava, yes, everything fine, okay, but then again we fall in those traps, in those old lines. So it's an up and down, and fortunately Guru and Vaishnava, they have the patience to go that road with the disciple. If he is actually simple and sincere, then okay, it will take its time. Not every master falls from the sky like this. So patience is needed. Utsaha nishchaya daryat, it is said. So utsaha means enthusiasm, and utsaha nishchaya, to have confidence really that this process will 100% give me my highest benefit. Utsaha nishchaya dharyat. Dharyat means patience. So patience is very important in spiritual life, because these things are not changed overnight. So there is no magic in this. No one has to do the homework also. But the main thing is to become harmonized with Guru and Vaishnava, like this pendulum watch. There are some, I saw them maybe 20, 25 years back. They still exist now also, but because everything has become so modern in this digital age, so maybe in some old shops one can find, and if you go in such a shop and you bring one new of those pendulum watches, most of the shops, they collect some things from different homes, from families, and then one is selling this stuff in a shop. So if one from another house, if you put now such a pendulum watch, I hope you all know what I mean to say. Pendulum watch is like tuck, 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 tuck. It goes from left to right, from left, and again like this. So then they have some specific rhythm. And if you now put the new, which you have collected, you hang also somewhere there, then maybe at the first time it's out of rhythm. But a miracle, because after some time, some hours or 1 day or 2 days, that watch, that pendulum watch, it adjusts with the others in that shop. So they all tick at the same time, tick, tock, tick, tock. So they get that harmony. And that is a way how also we, if we are near to Guru and Vaishnava, then we are also now out of harmony. But if we are near to them, next to them, then automatically this will become harmonized. So to catch this kind of seva vibration of the sadhu, it is very, very important. And we have experience we have all practical experience that sometimes, yes, seva is on that day, it's more difficult. On another day, it's very joyous. So why? Because the main reason is that the right association. If we are next to a very powerful dynamos, those very energetic fire-like examples of seva, like Sadhu, Guru and Vaishnava, then the motivation for seva comes naturally. And naturally more easy. Everything becomes more easy, no? So to be in the direct seva vibration circle of Guru and Vaishnava, that is our need of the hour, no? That is what we want in life, because then really spiritual life starts to get its right shape, its right rhythm, according to the eternal rhythm of Guru Vaishnava, how they serve. They serve Bhagavan, no? So if we are in tune with Guru and Vaishnava, naturally we are in tune with Bhagavan. So that is what we can expect by just being near to those powerful devotees. And this stiffness, all the old samskaras, they will just melt away. Like the ice, melts away if there is fire. So all this stiffness, this hardness is going slowly, it is melting. But yes, there are different types of devotees, like we can say that this seva mood has different temperatures, no? Because if the temperature is more high, then naturally the ice or the snow will melt more quickly, no? But if the temperature is like lukewarm or warm, because there are different devotees, no? Kanishta, Madhyam, Uttama. So if we, in a low temperature, we can also be with devotees, but we will not make really progress between ourselves, between ordinary devotees. Now there's everywhere some low temperature. They cannot really fire us up, they cannot really heat us up to give that, to give a real experience. Yes, everything is melting. My old samskaras, my habits and all of this, they just melt and go away. So then that's it. It's an actual experience of Harikatha and Sadhusanga. But usually in between ordinary devotees, this is a slow process because they are themselves lukewarm. No, there's a huge difference between that. So a difference of temperature. Let's say I call it the seva temperature. So someone, he has a seva temperature, he likes to do also sometimes something, this and that, it's good. There's at least some spark of seva. But surely such persons cannot inspire us forever, no, for always. They can give some karmi or someone, those who really have no idea, for some short time, they can give them some motivation also. That's okay, because even that is if we go to the materialists, then that will be very, very low temperature, like freezing temperature. Because why? They have no seva mood at all. So there I can never melt, I can never, in material association with material people, that is impossible. It's just the same ice than I myself. So we need to be at least, if it's not, because it's very rare also to have such high class association, then at least we must go somewhere where it's a little bit warmer than the lowest temp, than minus degrees, no? Maybe 0 level, -1, -2, something is there, and then so according to that degrees also we will change. Also we need always highest the association which can really heat us up and let the ice melt, because life is very short, so how much time we have, that's why we cannot always be in an ordinary devotee sangha, no? We need to go, like you are always coming here, why? To get this high class association, to be with Babaji Maharaj, and this kind of, it creates a big impact. So the more one can do this, that we would all be happy to have you also here. Now Gaura Purnima is coming, so it would be very joyful, but somehow 2 times for all of you is difficult to come, so what to do? We are derived of all your association. So anyway, but this is what we have to keep in mind, that always we have to try to be next to those really those heaters, those firing examples of first-class Vaishnavas. And for us, seva, sometimes it's overwhelming. If you think, like Babaji Maharaj, a pure sadhu, Prabhupada says, is always engaged 24 hours, 7 days a week in Hari Bhajan, in Hari Seva. So, and it doesn't matter what circumstances ever there will be, because we are all, if it becomes a little bit hot, or it becomes cold, or it is raining, or we feel sleepy, or we feel sick, or we feel dead, but the pure Vaishnavas, they are always in this joyful seva mood. So that's completely a different thing. And how I can serve like 24 hours, 7 days a week, that's really a question only arising from an impure mind. Because seva is actually our nature. And for the pure devotees, seva is this, it's the utmost joy, what they, if no seva is there, then they feel like a fish out of water, like Babaji Maharaj is. They cannot live without it, but we are happy. Have the chance somehow, I'm so foolish and who knows whatever, but I see Babaji Maharaj, how he's doing, but for me it's not possible now at present. So that kind of idealism, but that's good, If we see at least that highest idealism, if we have always ordinary devotees around us, they can never show us this high idealism. Then bhakti becomes, yes, this is the standard of bhakti. We are practicing something, we are doing something, we are doing that, but actually what kind of level they show us, that is, if we are in their association, is like, it's a different world. So, yeah. So sadhus like Baba Maharaj, they show us this purest form of living, that non-stop seva mode. So gradually we have to give up our ego and surrender to the same lifestyle they show. This is the adjustments which sooner or later all of us we have to do. Otherwise there is no way, we will never melt. We will always be some icy, stiffy piece of imprisoned jiva. So we need to go to that powerful sadhu. And so it's never too late, better late than never. We have to try. And the more we put ourselves in the sunlight, the faster we melt. But as I told, to be under the sunlight is not always easy because it burns. Burning in that sense, Guru is very strict. A Guru, he knows everything. And now you're observed all the time. When the sun is outside, you cannot hide anything. It's just all the eyes are on you all the time. So we cannot hide anything. And Guru is strict, so he will, that is called, Prabhupada call it also the aggressive grace. Sadananda Swami spoke also about it. And but that aggressive grace is, to put us in that highest vibration of seva. Highest vibration. Pure devotee, I'm speaking. So because we are lazy, and this is expressed also by Srila Raghunath Das Goswami, who expresses in one of his prayers. He said, Vairagya yuk bhaktira samprayatne apayan mammana bipsum madam kripam buddhiya paradukha dukhi sanatanam tvam prabhum ashrayami. As is with folded hands, Srila Raghunath Das Goswami is praying to Srila Sanatana Goswami. Yes, I was unwilling. I didn't want at all to drink this nectar of Bhakti Rasa, and which is also coming with Vairagya, Yukta Vairagya, with renunciation. I was unwilling, but somehow Sanatana Goswami, he cannot tolerate the suffering, no? So he made me drink forcefully this nectar. And sometimes if you see here in India, you can see some, those gosh, those who are taking care of cows, if they have to give some medicine to the cow, then the cow doesn't want. And then by force they put in the mouth. They open the mouth to people, and then one puts his hand inside and puts the medicine inside, so that they can get cured. Because we are, we don't. So we are unwilling to drink really this Bhakti Rasa. But Guru and Vaishnava is so merciful, by aggressive grace they want to give us. Because they know we don't want it, actually. Because of rolling so many lifetimes, in this material world, all our past history is just black history, only of enjoying mood. So how we can open our mouth and drink this nectar freely? Don't want. So today is also the Madhavacharya's Tithi, and I think it's already uploaded, so there in morning time Babaji Maharaj, he spoke, and very elaborately, so I would request you all to please go through this Harikatha, because it's very important to everything. Babaji Maharaj says one Harikatha minimum every day devotees should hear, so that really their consciousness stays in tune. So I will just say a few words, because there is written that Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he said that all those four acharyas actually, like Madhavacharya, which is coming in the Brahma Sampradaya, we are called the Gaudiya Madhav Sampradaya. So, and there's the Sri Sampradaya, which is the Acharya is Ramanuja, and then Chatustan, this is Nimbaditya, and Vishnu Swami in the Rudra Sampradaya. So Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying that they are actually one gradual development of theistic views, which finally will find their fullest expression in the teachings of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Achintya Beda Bed. So that is the highest, the zenith, which Mahaprabhu there want to give. And in the early days, like in India, Shantarasa was very prominent. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is explaining that devotees like Narad and Sanat and Sanat Kumar, and those, they are realized souls in Shantarasa. You know Shantarasa? Shantarasa means like some neutrality. And after that comes, there is some awe and reverence for the Lord, but Dasya, there is the element of Seva also. So this comes when with devotees like Hanuman, they manifest this Dasya Rasa, which is like the role of a servant. And Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur also explains that this Dasya Rasa, when it comes to the northwest, he is saying, it manifests in such personality like Moses. And that Dasya Bhava, Dasya mood. And long after that, like devotees like Uddhava, and Arjun, they came and they established Sakya Rasa, friendship, but that is also with awe and reverence. So, and then onwards also, Vatsalya Rasa is manifesting in India, and long after that, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared, these theistic views, they reached its highest point. It came also to the revelation of that Madhurya Rasa, especially like all the Gopikas in Vrindavan, which is the highest expression of worship, of love of God. So all this is a gradual development. Of course, all these moods are also eternally present. So, but that is how Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, how they manifest in this world, that all those acharyas come, and then Mahaprabhu is expanding, and finally he gives that highest thing of Madhurya Rasa. And our Srila Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he said that bhakti is it's the natural function of the soul. So, but unfortunately this natural function, or that natural stream, which is in all of us, it has become covered by so many illusions, by so many Mayic things, illusions in this world. And because the natural flow or the natural rush of the soul, it would be towards the Lord, like a river. The river rushes towards the ocean, to the ocean, so no obstacle can stand in the way. It just flows to the ocean, that way it is destined to be. So in the same way, the jivas also would be destined to just love the Lord, only Him, not any temporary material things. But we are just doing the opposite here, We just cling on all these temporary things and forgot that eternal relationship. So now we are not, that's why we are not aware of this pure stream inside all of us. It seems like that this river has been buried alive. Now at present we know only how to take care of our body, and there's not much more. Like Babaji Maharaj today, he told that like a drowning man, if some person is drowning in the water, and then you say to someone who is the safeguard, oh, go, jump. Someone and you save the clothes, you save the shoes, you take also all the ornaments, the rings, the bracelet, but let the person drown. So this is how we look only after material things. We have completely forgotten what is inside of us. So this is our painful condition. And last time one devotee, he told me that he had one dream, and where he was doing some gardening work. And he was just putting all the stones, removing the big stones, smaller stones, middle-sized stones from the earth. And he was a little bit on the lower platform, he said. It was like, if you dig, and he was down, and then on the side walls, to make more space, he dig. But then something he noticed, and he dig, and he tried to remove. It looked like a big stone. And but then he said, in the dream, that whole thing fall at me, and buried me alive. He's saying, and like a graveyard, with a big stone on the top. So, and really I was thinking that because it is a nice analogy, a nice picture for all of us, because for most of the people in this society, this is the reality. They try to make their lives more beautiful, with all the kinds of stuffs and things which are, I don't want to mention this all now, but after what the society runs nowadays, But by following the way of the way of how society teaches us to lead life, the outcome will be the same, that we are just buried alive. We die actually before we actually die. There's one. It's Benjamin Franklin, he said, it's very famous, that most people, they die with 25, but they aren't buried until they are 75. So That really very nice, because that is the truth in material life, as well as also in spiritual life, I would like to say, because at a certain time, people, they just stop to live anymore. One can see so many dead bodies. If I go to, when I had to do my visa, I go there. Here in India it's a little bit better, because the people, they are, in this holy time especially. But outside, also here, I mean, okay, but outside people, of course, they look like dead bodies, not like walking dead bodies, walking around in the society, who have really some kind of imprisoned themselves, with their so-called comforts, their wealth, their educational qualities, and etc. All those kind of things. And they think, now I have got education, I have a good job, I'm also married, children also are there, so all sometimes, I have a beautiful house with a nice garden, and but I watch the same TV shows, I have the same friends, I'm eating the same food, I'm going on the same holidays every year in the same garden house, every year. The people, they are like this. I know really some people. And the same thinking patterns, they have patterns, ingrained. They just automatically do something, say something, act in a way. So the same masks, There was one movie one time with Jim Carrey, The Mask. So this is like the masks of the people. They wear so many masks, They wear the same mask with which they put on for everybody, while they're dealing with different people. Just putting some mask, some very, they are not living with the people. It's just an external show what the people are doing. And so this is the straight road really to the prison cell of the stagnation, in which society leads us. Everything starts to become stagnant, and but really life. But if you look around, they're tombstones, Those they lose their life already. Their hearts are beating, but still they are dead persons actually. And so they bury all their dreams. They are then also because of all the comfort they want their actual spirit and everything, because of security, because of this and that, all gets just buried alive. And they also their real self, because they are not allowing that their whimsical minds, they just give complete freedom to the whimsical mind, and according to that, they do just whatever everybody else is doing. So the light of curiosity, for questioning life, that has already been blown out. There's no life. If you look in these eyes of the people, there's no light inside. It's already gone off. So they just repeat the same things day in and day out. No other things. Wake up at the same time, go to work every day, come home to the same, sleep again, and repeat it the same way again the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and this way the life is gone. Now this is the death where human being truly stops living. Einstein, he said that curiosity, it has its own reason to exist. So if you look at a child or someone, small boys and girls, they always ask, oh, why you do this? Why is it this? How I can do this and that? So many questions. So, but it seems like that in today's kind of society, as if that is like opium, no, of comfort, this security, this has buried all this curiosity forever. So it's gone. Most of them, they follow just some ready-made patterns, no, in society, which society is advertising themselves. And that's it, not much more. The deeper questions of life, they can never rise in this way, by following such an autonomic lifestyle, just to fit in the society. No, it's impossible. So it's a complete blockage actually for the evolution of consciousness. No? And actually, there are so many things one could say that there, because society is also influenced. No, they want to get control. A few persons want to get control to keep the persons as foolish as possible. So that's why the mainstream and oils and this is just full with garbage. Be it newspaper or any channels or whatever, one TV shows or whatever. It's just garbage after garbage after garbage to pollute the mind. And then this actually development of consciousness can never take place. So yeah, they just accept everything as it is, no? It stops life itself. They just accept it. Yes, that is how we grown up, how we live. So our fathers and mothers, they lived like this. We also. So why you complain? No, they are. So, but this is completely unnatural. No, life is like a living organism. It is something. If you look at nature, all those plants, did any plant just stop to grow? No, they just take their way and find their way to the sunlight. So life is meant to evolve again and again, step by step, go forward, and not backwards or block. So it's meant to continuously grow, to express, no, its true nature, the truest expression of the body, of the mind and the soul, all together. Everything has to take place in that fullest, truest expression. And what is our true nature? Yes, that is, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati told, the natural function of the soul is Bhakti. So Bhakti itself is a living thing. It's not just existing. No? Most of the people, they just exist. They don't live anymore. Living and existing is a completely different thing. It's existing, just existing, but not living. So this is the case with material life, but unfortunately also in our devotional life. In spiritual life also, very easily one can fall into this trap of comfort and security, rather than really to take steps in the unknown, in the seemingly discomfort, you know. We just want to secure again and again in all this and make like a prison cells for us. So many so-called spiritual or religious movements, they all have created their own tailor-made suit, like something, some dress in which now everybody has to fit in. There is no space for growing. So many religious movements and so many organizations, they are just, one just has to fit. And in English they say, the most dangerous English phrase is perhaps to say, we have always done it like this way. And that is where many traditions, because they all have their dogmas, they all have their concepts, they all have their status or their ideas and this and that. So, but is it really possible to put a spiritual life in one tailor-made suit which is now fit for everyone to wear? No. It's where the nature stops to grow. It becomes just artificial. to grow in some forms, you know. There are some gardeners, they have become so, you know, arrogant. They just want to, because the people also are so foolish. They're buying for one melon, which is like, it becomes like, not round, it becomes like what do you say, quadrat, you know, a triangle. You can buy a market on some places in America, here and there, I don't know, but I saw it. It grows like in a form, that melon or some fruit, any fruit. I saw it with the melon. So the melon, which is round, naturally, the natural shape would be round. But now you can buy one triangle melon, which costs like, I don't know how much, but a very high price. And so they change the nature, how it grows naturally. So, but people do the same, no? They have put it in all those forms and tradition and these things. So traditions are kept in such a way that also usually nobody dares not to question them, because by doing so, they, but from the society, they will just become brandmarked, no? And as somebody who has transgressed all the honor and dignity of this or that tradition. So that's the problem. And without curiosity, actually, there would be no progress. So if you see in some material examples, but the Wright brothers, no, who also, they were very curious about something to fly in the sky, and they many times they announced it, but no newspaper was ready to announce it, because nobody could believe that something can fly in the sky. But by putting their patience and all their energies again and again, so they have made the first airplanes they started, and so in this way it was a revolution also, no? And nowadays we see airplanes traveling all around the world with like such a high speed. So they questioned, they were curious about something. So we see it in material life also, the recent astrologers, no, they would just question all the concepts of the previous astrologers, and then, yeah, because otherwise still today we would like think that all the planets, they circumambulate the Earth, no, or that the Earth is flat, or those things. Like, so progress means to grow in knowledge and realization. So life itself is dynamic. It is something which is progressing all the time. Life cannot be static. It cannot be. Life means to progress, to always grow and grow and grow. And in science, Newton, he gave some conception, and then so many others also, they give higher conceptions. So it is an ongoing thing. So the question, our beliefs, our worldviews, and our traditions, and yes, even our devotional life, it should be a natural part of our life. And it should be done. And because we don't need to accept things blindly, no? And Krishna himself, the Supreme Lord, has shown this also by when for so long the Brajavasis, they just followed the tradition, and which no one would even question, no, of them, but Krishna showed them how to break through all these traditional concepts and gave them a much more higher conception. Like I'm speaking of the Indra Puja, no? Where they then started to, because for so long it was their tradition to worship Indra, Raj Indra. It has also some other reason, but that we can also use here. So the traditions were questioned by Krishna himself, and he was asking Nanda Baba and Upanand and all the elderly Brajavasis. So that's the thing, because as soon there's some rigid clinging, no, to some particular tradition, the natural flow of life, it just disappears, and it will just be some kind of mechanical, static thing, with no life at all. It's I'm not speaking that traditions should not be followed, no, but only we should not blindly accept everything which appears before us as the final truth, to make out of everything one religion. So I can also give one example, like to maybe to understand this more. If once there was one festival with some in India, some Brahmins, they did some yagya, a big yagya actually, and everyone just followed their traditional duties and this and that, what they had to do, and everybody was much engaged. But somehow it happened that one cat was running around the yagya, and it was giving much disturbance, because the cat touching, that this is impure and this is that. So then the chief of these brahmanas, he ordered the younger boys to just put this cat on a rope, so in this way they can proceed with their respective duties without being always disturbed by this cat. And then some years passed by, then the next generation, the boys, which are now elder, and now it's their turn to make this yaga, they arranged everything. And so what they learned from their elder generation, they just followed everything. And even they followed that part with the cat. So at one point, one of these Brahmin boys, he said, actually one cat is missing. We need also a cat. So try to bring one cat near here. It should be at this place, because I saw it. You bind the cat there, next to the yagya. So, and in this way, it's just to illustrate the countless impediments or interpretations of man, which they give, which we put into, by which these whole traditions, they become distorted from time to time. It's working like this, and that is the reason for why we should not or never accept anything blindly. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada, Ishtagoshthi, he came into this world as the greatest disruptor. He was he questioned all these traditional beliefs. It is not that Srila Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta, he gave something new. No. Rather, he would just remove all these unnecessary, distorted things, to bring back the original purity of the Gaudiya Vaishnavism Sampradaya, which was covered by all those different ideas. So he would face so much opposition. But from whom he would face opposition? From all those who try just to stop this natural flow of bhakti, by creating some concrete walls around it, like in form of some selfish kind of beliefs which they developed from time to time. Very well preserved structures, and which are followed by their traditions. And all this is now minutely introspected. Prabhupada looks at all of this. If there's some kind of hindrance for the natural flow of bhakti, then Srila Prabhupada, he would just go against it, eliminate it, break through it. And there's also, to understand this, I can tell you some pastime. What happened was that first of all, if you see, just imagine, the Bhakti Lata, which is a living thing, it grows naturally. So Bhakti Lata grows towards the sun. The sun is representative as Krishna. So the object towards this Bhakti Lata is growing is the sun. So now imagine that all those rigid, like kind of traditional dogmas, they are like a concrete, no? Through which this Bhakti Lata has to find its way, because you cannot put it in just some formulas or some concrete system. No, and there's one, it happened once that in Kalna, it was where also Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami stayed, there was one banyan tree, and that tree grew inside the temple hall, no? And it went through the floor. Suddenly this tree, a banyan tree, it cracked everything. And somehow, fortunately, it turned another way, and they could keep it, but it was not damaging anything. So now you just can imagine that how this beautiful temple floor, no, inside it breaks into pieces. Because it needs to give way for that banyan tree. So in the same way, many traditions, they create their perfect surroundings, their perfectly structured system, no, regulated since so many generations according to their traditional rules. No? Mainly all these, there are so many, but in India, all these Brahminical cultures and this and that, so Prabhupada questioned all of this, and it looks all very nice, yeah, at the outside. But what is the banyan tree, teaching us, which grows through all this concrete of the temple, no? It teaches us that, yes, any true religion or a spiritual movement, it has to break through so many man-made traditions, beliefs or things, which, yeah, even they look perfectly outside, but as Sridhar Maharaj said, we are not the followers of form, but we are the followers of substance. So it is pure devotion which breaks through so many rules and regulations set by the society, and the highest example of this pure devotion is also embodied in the Gopikas of Vrindavan, because at that moment, so it breaks through all the social etiquette, it breaks through the Vedic Dharma, it's to really truly express itself in this full-fledged form, full-fledged love to Krishna. So pure love, it does not know any kind of boundaries. It cannot be stopped with anything. As nothing can stop the grow in the direction of the sun, of a flower, of a tree, or a river. You cannot stop a river in going into the direction of the ocean. So he will find its way. So also nothing can really stop pure bhakti. Pure bhakti is such an amazing thing, and bhakti towards Lord Krishna. So these are kind of things, they are not just some kind of philosophy, no, it is the purest form of expression of bhakti, which we see in the life of Prabhupada, which we see in the life of all those devotees, that they break through everything which is just hampering or trying to disturb that natural flow of that bhakti lata. And but yeah, now at this present moment we are unable to feel this, because we are covered with all these layers of the material identification. So the seed of bhakti is there, but it is, as we discussed before, also like in a frozen stage. And I was just thinking, because now springtime was coming, and I always remembered when I was there in my hometown, there also in the forest, springtime, when the snow is melting, then the first flowers appear, in the forest. So it's a very beautiful time. But that is also our stage, because first of all, everything is frozen. There is like ice, winter, and that is like when the jiva is in maya, in illusion, it's like that seed is frozen. It cannot grow in any place. So we need harikatha, that earth becomes melted, and the possibility comes to fructify, that the seed can also sprout, and then which everything is needed. The earth must become the right temperature, sunlight is coming, and all these things. So then one can expect that something will grow. So now our seed is in this frozen stage. That's why we don't see anything now, most of us. It's just a dark place. Where is the seed staying? In a dark place, no? So it needs its time to grow, and that finally breaks through the earth, and then appear on the surface of the earth, and then grow further and further. So that is like, we have some time in spiritual life. Now we can see that we are in winter time. We just have to be as much as possible near to the sadhu, and so that they can melt that earth around us, so that Maya can go, and then yes, spring will come, summer will come, and everything will sprout. So it's a process which we have to go through. Yeah, but for now, what we can do now ourselves, what we have to break through is our own mind, our belief system. So that's why Sadananda Swami, he said that first I break and then I build anew. I break everything down and then I build anew. So Guru and Vaishnava, they help us to break through our own self-made kinds of limitations, fears, doubts, and security which we want, and comfort, habits, all these samskaras which we have developed. So we have to die to live, like Srila Bhakti Rakshak Srila Goswami is always saying, repeating again and again, you have to die, we have to die to live. And about this we have to meditate again and again. And yes, first put everything aside, then to question everything again, because it is said that if many they believe a lie, then finally it becomes a so-called truth. And if one whole village now is, or one country, or one state is believing that, then it becomes a so-called tradition. And even more alarming than this is that all the next generations, they grow up naturally with their lies ingrained. They just grow up made out of lies from the generations before. So what is the biggest lie which we all live from birth? That we all identify ourselves with this body and material body and material mind. So really we need to question again everything around us, everything what we hear from the friends, from family, society, politicians, news, TV, everything need to be questioned. This is that curiosity, knowledge has to be there. It's a must, and life is too short not to live in the lies of others. So Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he also is writing. He's saying that we should never stop doubting, and we should never also stop questioning things in our life, how they be. So God will not become angry with us because now we doubt this or we question this. No, he says rather he will appreciate it, because that is the growing mindset which is wanted, and the Lord wants to see. He wants not just to be in some stagnant forms which are either made in religious belief systems or material systems, whatever it is. No, everything which is stagnant, it just becomes, starts to get disease, to start to smell. No? Water has to flow. Then it is natural and clear and pure. But if otherwise, that's why so many diseases in the mind, body. So the natural flow is not there. So we have to become spiritual scientists, to search about the truth. With all what we have, like a small child is searching for something. So to search after it and question again and again all this our progress. So I again took some time, more than usually. So, but yeah, just with this open mindset, I think I will stop, and then I hope that I could give somehow or other some hints in the right direction. And yeah, as Stephen Jobs said, no, the Apple founder, that always stay hungry and foolish. So if you're always hungry and foolish, that's to be open always for new things, to be not just, if yes, I understood, I know now the part of Bhakti, I know now this or that. So then it's just close the chapter. If someone becomes a teacher and loses the role as a student, everything is lost. So we have to become like Srila Bhakti Rakshak Srila Goswami said, I am always a student. So life is there, it's so beautiful, we can learn so many things. And okay, then thank you for all your time and patience as always. And then in this way, take care, and hopefully by the mercy of Guru and Vaishnava, we can meet next Thursday. If there are some question or something to add or to correct me, then please feel free. I'm happy to hear, and otherwise we can stop.